Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Hannah. I'm an IFBB Pro bodybuilder, and on this channel, we talk about all things bodybuilding, PEDs, and without filters. So if you're interested in that, stick around. I know this is not my typical type of video, but I wanted to address it because I think I have a unique perspective, seeing as I have taken male hormones for strength. And because in my first video, I said that I'm not trans, but that there was nothing wrong with being trans. And a lot of people either got extremely offended by that or they wanted me to elaborate on it. So here I am elaborating on it. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the controversy around trans athletes competing in women's sports. And recently, this topic is trending again. And I just wanted to share my personal experience as someone who is born female, competes as female, but has taken male hormones for strength. And when I say male hormones, I don't just mean some TRT. I mean levels that have put me well into the male range. If you've seen my other videos, you probably know. And if you've seen some of my other videos, you probably already know this. But I did it for bodybuilding. I did it to put on as much size and strength as I could. I experienced obviously the voice change, but also the strength gains and the muscle gains. And even with all of that, I still could never match the structural advantages that come from going through male puberty. I'm talking about things that I could never change no matter how many hormones I took. Bone structure, tendon thickness, muscle fiber distribution, leverage, and even lung capacity. Those are not things that can be reduced with medication. Those are fundamental. So from my perspective, as a woman who has taken male hormones, I personally do not believe that it's fair for someone who went through male puberty to compete in women's divisions. A funny story back when I was personal training is I had a male client come in who had never lifted a weight in his life. And within a year, he was deadlifting my max for reps. In my experience of over a decade in the gym, and most of that being on steroids, most women athletes simply will never surpass or even match the strength of a male athlete. Now, of course, there's outliers and nuance. I could probably easily outbench a professional male jockey, but I will probably never outbench a professional male bodybuilder, no matter how many steroids I take. As much as that pains me to say. I'm just kidding. I don't have an ego about how much I can lift, but I do have healthy competition with Jake. And that definitely does not mean that I don't think trans people should be allowed to compete. It simply means that I value fairness and fairness to the female athletes who have trained as females and in female physiology their entire lives. I want all athletes to be able to compete, including trans athletes. I think anybody who's passionate about athletics should be allowed to compete. I just think the solution should be fair for everybody. Women's sports exist because biologically, we are at a disadvantage compared to men in strength, power, and speed. That's just a reality. And as someone who has pushed my body to the extreme, I can tell you, androgens are powerful. And if I and people like me, even with the help of steroids, couldn't close that natural gap, then asking a lifetime natural female athlete to compete against someone who went through male puberty feels extremely unfair to me. Now, to address my comment about there's nothing wrong with being trans, I don't believe there's anything wrong with being trans. I believe that as long as you're not harming anyone and you're not pushing your agenda or your values onto anybody else, you should be able to live your life the way you want to and the way that makes you happy. I choose to live my life the way I want to. Why would I judge anyone else on theirs? Life is way too short to be worrying about what everyone else is doing. I find it very strange when other people are so invested in what everyone else is doing. Anyway, I don't care who you are or what you identify as. As long as you're not harming anyone and you're not pushing your beliefs on anyone, live your life the way that makes you happy. That's just my perspective as a woman who has taken male hormones to get stronger. But what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.